let the soft voice fool you. Don't confuse peace with passivity. Healing got layers, and this soul got teeth. Welcome to Blended Healing. Let's begin. She don't do halves, it's all a relief. Blends the bomb and the burn makes you breathe. Got sage in the left, truth in the right. She'll cleanse your name and still read you on sight. Little bit hood, little bit high priestess. Downloads wisdom, then teaches and preaches. Pain to power, root to crown. Try to test that spirit, you'll fuck around and find out. Your soul got teeth, don't come here fake. She'll see through your mask and mirror the ache. She the calm and the storm, the yes and the no. Got grace in her hands and fire in her flow. This soul got teeth, don't play in a space. This love is real, it don't wear lace. You wanna act wild, you gon' find out now. Cause healing ain't sweet when it's calling you out. She been through hell and came back gold. Didn't just survive, she broke the mold. Knows what it takes to rise from the mess, but don't expect peace if you come here stressed. She'll align your chakras, hold space, then dip. Pray over your name, then tighten her grip. You either come real or get cleared out. Spirit don't play, neither does Michelle now. I light candles, and I call in light. But don't forget I've seen the night. This ain't performative, this ain't for show. You either grow with me, or you gotta go. This soul got teeth, don't come here fake. She'll see through your mask and mirror the ache. She the calm and the storm, the yes and the no. Got grace in her hands and fire in her flow. This soul got teeth, don't play in a space. This love is real, it don't wear lace. You wanna act wild, you gon' find out now. Cause healing ain't sweet when it's calling you out. Healing ain't soft, it's sacred. It's sharp, and this soul got teeth.
Grand Rising. When your spirit starts to outgrow the shell, you may have spiritual and energetic symptoms. But when spirit taps you on the shoulder and don't let go, that's a whole nother level. You see, this isn't just feeling energy or seeing angel numbers. This is life warping, soul cracking, unexplainable shift when your spirit starts remembering who it was before this world taught you to forget. This is when spirit stops speaking in whispers and starts showing up like thunder. This is when the energetic realm, you know, the one that was always there, tucked just behind the veil, becomes louder than the world you see with your eyes. And when that happens, baby, life will never go back to normal. It just can't. You don't just wake up and stay the same. You start sensing things differently. Your energy field gets louder, your sensitivity increases. Yeah. You walk in a room and feel what happened before you arrive. You talk to somebody and pick up the pain they didn't say out loud. Your dreams, they turn into instructions. Your chills, they become confirmation. Your whole body becomes a navigation system for truth. What used to feel solid, suddenly it don't hold the same weight. You're not becoming sensitive, you're becoming spiritually alert. Welcome to Blended Healing. Morning inspiration. It's a vibe, baby. It's a vibe. You know, real talk, chat, safe zone, where we go and explore different things. And we're exploring ascension right now. You see, you start hearing what can't be heard. When you deal with sound, right? You could be brushing your teeth, walking in silence, even scrolling through your phone, and out of nowhere, there's ringing in your ears. But not just medical situations. We're talking about spiritual tones, high-pitched frequencies that come and go. Sometimes on one side, sometimes both. Sometimes it pulses with your heartbeat. That's not a glitch. That's a download. That spirit's tuning your antenna. People who are clairaudient isn't always loud. It's subtle at first, and it's the feeling that you're being spoken to even when the room is silent. It's picking up names, phrases, or songs that answer questions you didn't even know how to ask. It's hearing your name when nobody's there, or hearing someone speak, but not knowing that the truth is something that spirit just whispered in the real behind the words. This is your spiritual hearing activating. And once it's open, you can't unhear the frequency. That's why loud environments start irritating your nervous system. That's why you need silence, because the silence is no longer empty. It's filled with promise. And you feel everything, even when they ain't yours. You become a radar. Your aura becomes a filter. Suddenly, you're walking into a room and getting a headache. But it's not your stress, it's theirs. You hug somebody and you feel a heaviness, but they smile when they saw you. You touch an object and your skin gets hot and your chest tightens and your eyes tear up. You're not overreacting and you're not too sensitive. You're reading energy. The energetic symptoms of ascension don't always show up in obvious ways. They show up in fatigue after being around someone draining. They show up in nausea when someone lies to your face. They show up in needing to leave places without knowing why. That you're field, rejecting the interference from the outside. That's your intuition putting pressure on you and on your body because your mind's trying to rationalize something that don't feel right. You'll start to learn the difference between I'm tired and this space is draining me, between I'm anxious and I'm picking up something I need to shield from. That's spiritual intelligence. Don't come from books. It comes from embodiment, comes from you. There's going to come a time where you lose interest in everything fake. It don't matter how long you've known them. It don't matter how deep you were into that routine. When spirit starts speaking, your tolerance for lies dies. Period. Suddenly, surface conversations feel like sandpaper on your soul, and people you used to joke with You feel the distance even when when they're right next to you, or they try to be next to you. The job that once gave you stability now feels like a cage. You start craving authenticity, like your life depends on it, because spiritually it does. And people will notice. They're going to say that you change and you're acting funny. But what really happened is your frequency started exposing their mask. You see too clearly now. You feel too deeply now. And you can't unsee what spirit showed you. That's why you start detaching. Not from love, but from false alignment. Your energy wants realness. Your soul wants a connection with people who pour into you, who pray over you, who hold sacred space, not gossip circles, trauma bonds, or empty routines. Don't shoot the messenger, baby. How about those dreams? Dreams that become divine instructions for you. Ascension don't take breaks when you sleep. That's when spirit gets loud. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, all night long. All night long. Can't get into a full sleep. Let's take water again. Like I told you before, water is a symbol for emotions, right? When you dream of water that's rising, that's emotional release. Your dream of running, that's resistance. Your dream of ancestors, they're not just visiting, they're teaching. You might wake up with answers and you might feel like you went to war in your sleep, and you might dream of your younger self asking for help, and that's your inner child surfacing in real time. So pay attention. These aren't just dreams. These are nighttime activations. This is where spirit meets you in your subconscious, where ego can't interfere. This is where you receive training, messages, warnings, and revelations in a language older than words. You need to write them down. Track the themes of what they're trying to tell you. And look at what your spirit is trying to process while your body is allegedly resting. You're not asleep. You're in school. They're teaching you something. And they like to use synchronicity a lot. When you start seeing 111, when you're thinking about starting something new, or 222, when you're doubting a decision, 333, when your guides are near, you hear songs that match your mood with scary position. You hear someone say your grandmother's name on the radio right after you thought about her. A butterfly lands on your window the day after you release something painful. It's not cute coincidence, it's confirmation. Spirit's not hiding, it's speaking through everything. And when your frequency rises, the veil between you and the divine thins. So numbers, nature, animals, names, flickering lights, random text, they all become portals of conversation. Your life becomes an oracle, and your job is to read it. We all have spiritual gifts, each and every one of us, whether we want to believe it or not. We do. We come wired that way. But what happens is that sometimes your gifts start coming online and you start getting scared. You're like, what the what? What? I can't, why am I hearing that? Why am I seeing that? Why am I feeling that? The why, the why, the why, the why, the why. You know why? You start thinking about somebody and they call. You touch a stranger's hand and feel their sadness. You feel energy in your palms like heat, and you speak and people say, how did you know that? Mm-hmm. And then you secretly on the inside going, oh shit, how did I know that? Yeah. It's the part of you that wants to hide. You don't want to be the weird one. You don't want people to think you're too much. You don't want the responsibility of seeing what others ignore. But guess what? Boo thing, it's too late. You're online now. Your gifts were never gone. They were just dormant. And now they're awake. That's not a punishment, that's a purpose. Your purpose just came online. Yeah. You're here to see through the lies. You're here to speak truth. You're here to feel what others can't say out loud. You're here to hold frequency, not shrink to make others comfortable. The spiritual and the energetic symptoms that you're feeling, they're not setbacks. They're signs of return. You feel me? Protection becomes priority because you're a portal now. Oh, shit. Yeah. Welcome to the real, baby. People feel your presence before you even speak. They pick up on your light. Some admire it, some drain it, some want to steal it. That's why the symptoms increase, because the warfare increases. Let me say that one more time so you get this. People feel your presence before you speak. They pick up on your light. Some people will admire it. Some will try to drain it. Some want to steal it. That's why when the symptoms start increasing, because the warfare starts increasing. Welcome to the tap-in, baby. You have now entered the matrix. Red pill, blue pill. Which one? Yeah. You see, the distractions is going to start increasing and the projections are going to get louder and the spiritual attacks become real. And you got to move different. Yeah. You got to cover your head. You got to clean your energy. You got to guard your prayers. Don't share every download on social media. Everybody that follows you is not for you. But I'm preaching to the choir because you already know that. You're not being paranoid. You're protecting the portal. You're walking as a transmitter now. And that comes with responsibility. You're being used to heal, to shift, to awaken and expose. That kind of light comes with spiritual attention. So stay ready. This is the part of an ascension that no one can fake. You can't buy this level. You can't skip it. You can't rush it. You can only surrender to it. Because once spirit picks you, once your gifts turn back on, once your energy becomes an echo of truth, you can't go back to the version of you that ignored the signs. You can't laugh at what used to drain your soul. You can't pretend not to see what's being shown. I told you, welcome to the tap-in, baby. You're covered, you're chosen, and now the symptoms, they're just reminders of who the hell you really are. Ashe, Ashe. Let's take a little break right here. I just gave you a whole lot. And then after the break, we're going to come back to how your timeline is collapsing. Okay? All right.
Body butter, shade, sage, washing off yesterday's weight, spell in the steam, peace in the flame. I call my power, speak my name. Rose quartz on my windowsill, lavender mist when I need to chill. Aura bright, no fake shine. Everything I touch is by design. Sacred glow, I feel divine. Every drop's a blessing by design. Soap so rich, spray so clean. Burning candles while I live my dream. Crystal charge, my spirit's high. Anointed oil, now watch me rise. Not just a scent, it's essential. I stay tapped in with Jamaica essentials.
Spiritual bath wash sets and kits. Your spirit work curated. This isn't your average soap. This is ancestral cleansing, energetic clearing, and intention in a jar. Bundled with tools to fully shift your frequency. Each spiritual bath wash set is more than a product. It is a full spirit care experience built around the energy you need most. Unblocking, protection, attraction, moon flow, deep rest or shadow work. Every kit includes 2 bath washes, a powerful spiritual spray to shift your space and aura, a conjure oil to lock in the work, anoint candles, doors, or yourself. This is how you reset, whether you're cutting cords, calling in favor, or finding your footing again. Your bath is now your altar. This is your tool set. Choose your path, set your intention, and let spirit meet you in the water. Don't purchase a la carte. Bundle and save, and watch the savings mount up. These bundles are available in standard and premium. For a deeper work and guided reflection, consider adding an e-booklet for your total experience. Prices vary. Welcome back. Your timeline is starting to collapse. That's when spirit starts pulling you out of the life you built from survival. And there comes a point in your ascension where it don't feel like life is changing. It feels like time itself is breaking down around you, and you don't know what day it is. You don't know why certain people feel like strangers overnight. You feel like you just jumped into an entirely different version of reality. And in a way you did. That's timeline collapse. It's not poetic, it's not gentle. It's not something that you can schedule in your planner. It's spiritual demolition. The spirit within you decided the path that you were on was too daggone small, too recycled, too filled with karmic loops and dead ends. And saying, we're not going to do this again, man, are we? So everything that was built on the old you starts to fall apart. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's violent. And absolutely without warning. The symptoms that show up during this phase, they're not emotional, they're not physical, they're not even logical. They're existential. They shake your memory, your habits, your sense of identity, your feeling of reality. This is when you feel your soul pulling away from timelines that were never yours to begin with. You start forgetting what day it is. You look at the clock and swear you just blinked and hours passed. Then the next moment feels like it's dragging. You wake up in the morning and feel like you've already lived a whole day emotionally. You go somewhere and get that eerie feeling that you already been there, even if you haven't. That's not forgetfulness. That's not burnout. It's dimensional distortion. You're not operating on linear time anymore. You're shifting timelines. The old linear progression of I do this and then this happens breaks. You could put effort into something for years and get nothing. Then suddenly, the right door opens, and what you thought would take 5 years to show up showed up in 5 days. That's because you're being pulled out of a slow, stuck timeline into a faster moving, divinely aligned one. Yeah, but that space in between, that's chaos, that's collapse. That's the what is even happening right now phase. You ever wake up and feel like people you love or you used to love and you just can't anymore? Not because of hate, not because it did wrong you, just because your spirit won't let you fake it. You're not mad, you're done. And that done ain't always easy. It comes with guilt, it comes with confusion, but it's real. Timeline collapse means all the karmic cords that kept you tied into the old story get cut off fast. And you don't have time to explain why. Spirit don't give you a script. You just gone. You pulled your energy back and you're far, far into the next chapter to turn around and give a speech to the one you just closed. Come on, somebody. Sometimes you look at old photos and feel nothing, or you'll cry without even knowing why because the old life was familiar and it felt safe, even if it was slowly killing you. That's grief. Not a person or a place, but the version of you that had to be buried for the real you to emerge. This isn't gradual. This part feels like a damn vacuum, like something is dragging you out of situations you thought that you needed, like you've been being forced through a tight tunnel where nothing else fits. Not your past, not your excuses, not your relationships, not your insecurity, just you, your truth. You're bare. You're unfiltered spirit. And that's uncomfortable as hell. And you feel like you're walking away from a life while still living in it. You start packing up on the inside before you even physically move. You'll quit something mentally before you say a word out loud. That's because your soul already left the old timeline. Your body and circumstances are just trying to catch up. It's like walking down a hallway that keeps stretching. You can see the door, you can feel the new you on the other side. But everything in the environment feels like a glitch. That spirit saying, don't settle, keep going. You ever start feeling like you lived this moment before? Not because it's boring or repetitive, but because you crossed this intersection in another timeline. You'll get flashes of clarity. You'll see events before they happen. You'll wake up with memories that don't feel like dreams. They feel like past lives that are coming through the veil. You start sensing what's coming, not through fear, but through frequency. Like you already know the answer before the question is even asked. Like your intuition already walked into the next room before your body even got there. This is timeline merging. When versions of you across different realities start syncing up so you can collect the lessons, close the loops, and collapse everything that's wasting your time. This is when that thing that you've been avoiding, the calling, the assignment, the truth about who you really are, starts screaming at you. You can't pretend you're not supposed to lead. You can't pretend you don't see the shift coming. You can't pretend your old job, old friends, old habits fit anymore. You don't want to play small, but you're scared to step out. You don't want to be fake, but truth feels too isolating, right? You don't want to stay behind, but growth means grieving. This is the collapse, not just of time, but of identity, not just of habits, but of hiding. And spirit don't wait for you to be ready. Spirit moves when it's time. And here's the wild part. While the collapse is happening, nothing makes sense. You feel lost, disoriented, like the floor under you just is made of sand. You don't trust your thoughts. You can't even see what's next. Your GPS on the inside is broke and ain't no map. And then one day, it all clicks. Something opens. You step into a new timeline like it was always waiting for you. Things line up, peace floods in, and you realize that everything that fell apart had to, because it was too small for the person you were becoming. You're just being redirected. The time glitches, the disconnects, the strange emotions, the mental fog, the emotional drop-offs. They were all signs. Not that you were breaking, but that you were breaking through. You're not just awakening. You're collapsing everything that never served your highest timeline. And what's waiting for you on the other side, the version of you who ain't surviving anymore, the version who's walking in purpose, finally has the room to breathe. And that's it, and that's all. I'm done. I said what I said. I said what I said. I hope you got it. Ascension is not cute. It breaks it down into all little types of pieces, and then it'll seem like it's all floating around and you don't understand and you can't connect it, and then all of a sudden, just like that, everything starts to connect and line up, and then you'll be able to see it. Trust me, you'll be able to see it. Every now and then you need a tune-up to realize what's going on with you. You got it? All right, good. Listen, I'm going to see you on the other side. The next time we meet up, we're going to be talking about these signs, about not being a breakdown, but being a breakthrough. I hope to see you again when it pops up. Ashe, so be on the lookout. Be well, stay safe. Ashe, and deep bow to each and every one of you. And I shall see you all very, very soon. Be safe out there in them streets.
I see your light, it don't dim mine. We're stars in the same sky, perfectly aligned. Your wind is my wind, your voice is my song. We've been strong alone, but together we're strong. Shine with me, don't dim to compete. Let's ride, move to the same beat. There's space, there's grace, we both can be free. I'm not your rival, I'm your legacy, yeah. Shine with me.
to remember, rebuild, and rise. This is a movement. This is the journey back home, back to the body, back to the land, back to the wisdom of our ancestors, whispered in the wind and wove into every root, rhythm, and ritual. For too long, we've been taught to outsource our survival, to beg broken systems for healing, to look outward for worth, to forget the sacred in our blood, our breath, our birthright. But now we return. This work is not entertainment. It's a blueprint, a bomb, a battle cry. It's for the ones who know deep down that healing is not a luxury. It's a mandate. It's for the ones who felt the system crumble beneath their feet and chose to plant something anyway. It's for the ones who know that wellness is war and our joy is rebellion. The body is the altar. Grow something, eat free, reclaim the bag. Each episode is a door. Each ritual is a key we walk through together, reclaiming our food, our finances, our freedom, and our breath. This isn't a return to what was. This is a return to who we've always been. You'll learn, you'll unlearn, you'll get uncomfortable, and you'll get free. Coming home isn't always gentle. Sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it burns, but every ember is sacred. Every step brings you closer to the altar that is you. This is for the healers, the growers, the builders, the warriors. This is for the ancestors watching. This is for the babies coming. This is for the right now, while the world is shifting and spirit is calling roll. Welcome to the journey back home. We don't just survive here. We remember, we restore, we rise.